Good morning. I woke up today thinking about intention versus impact. So these are my God thoughts to share. Today I was talking about King Solomon. So King Solomon has like this deeply intimate and personal relationship with God. We see that later King Solomon finds himself marrying pagan women, and really the influence they lead to him not serving God. So he starts out in life with this deeply personal and intimate relationship with God. But then by the end of his life, he no longer even serves God. Then that got me thinking, so our intentions are usually pure, very well-meaning, and they hardly ever are truly malicious. But even though those things are true, we still have to consider the impact. The impact is the way that our thoughts, our ideas, our words, our actions, they impact ourselves, but they also impact others. As I was reading about how his pagan practices really led to him falling away from God, for me, it produced a little conviction. That is like spending time sort of combing through my own life. Where am I doing the same thing? And what came to mind is yoga, about strength training, meditation, and breath work. And all of those things are really good, except when you take into consideration the poses and how they're very much praise and worship poses. Another one that came to mind for me is that I work in healthcare. In an effect to spend the most time as possible with kids, that would mean that I would find myself working a lot on the weekends. So then the impact of that is that my kids don't grow up in church. They don't have the same church experience that I had when I was growing up. So my thoughts are, we spend time with God, because what I've learned is that the more closely connected we are to God, the more He produces conviction, because that's what it is, by the way. And that is where we start to weigh our thoughts, our ideas, our words, and our actions. Does my impact align with my intentions? Can I change those things in any way? Can I do something differently? The revelation comes from our personal relationship with God. The revelation is personal. But today, what are your intentions? Do they align with your intended impact?